Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm excited to share it with you. It's what I call the digital business blueprint. Here's what I've started to learn, and it's become even more clear to me over the last few years. But really, the bottom line is this is what my takeaway is from the last 8 years of building an online business. The fact is the more complicated you make things, the more difficult things become. So what I want to do is help you get back to basics, help you understand how to leverage the internet opportunity for your benefit so you can build a business and make more money online. So the digital business blueprint, really what this is going to be in this presentation is this is how I went from no brand, no list, no following, and no online income to a point where I was making $25,000 per month, and I did it in less than a year. And as a matter of fact, guys, on month 13 after I started what I'm going to show in this video, I hit $50,000 in a single month. That was pretty much all profit since this was with zero advertising spend. And it's a simple formula. You can duplicate it. I've created multiple successful businesses using this formula, and that is what I want to share with you today. Don't worry, there's going to be no pitch in this presentation at all. This is just simply helping you bring it back to basics. So here's the deal. You can apply what I'm going to share with you in this video to an existing business, or you can do like I did and you can use this to start a brand new business. Now, what I'm going to share with you is really how to go beyond just trying to earn like $100. I really want to show you how to build a brand, build a business, something that provides you with not only a steady stream of income, some of which can be passive, but also provides you with the security so you ultimately get the freedom that you want. But if you're like kind of hesitant and you don't want to start your own brand, you can use what I'm going to share with you to serve clients. You could start kind of like an influencer agency, I like to call it, or you can help other people who want to build brands. You can show them the framework that I'm going to give you here. And if you can master this framework, you can use it to build your agency and help other people. Now, this, guys, what I'm going to share with you is really the secret to building any online business. But here's what it's not, okay? This is not some trick or hack or loophole or something that is going to make you $1 million overnight. I need you to understand this one thing before we go forward. There are so many people out there trying to sell you the $1 million dream, because when they sell you the $1 million dream, all you can focus on is the $1 million. You don't actually look deep inside what they're trying to sell you and realize it's probably a crock of shit. Here's the deal. People who are successful do what seems hard so life becomes easy. People who never find success, they simply go out and do what seems easy, right? And then life remains hard. But here's the thing, guys. If there was one easy hack to all of a sudden make $1 million, everybody would do it. The reason things work and life can become easy is because people are willing to step over the boundary and go past the initial barrier to entry. And once you do, you'll realize life's not too hard and building a business online isn't that difficult. Okay, here's the deal, guys. My goal, as I mentioned, is to simplify everything. By the end of this video, I want you to have clarity and direction. Really what I want to do in this video is I want to change the way you think about building an online business. I'm not going to overcomplicate the process, and I will not force you to learn 1,000 different things in this presentation. The method does not require years of groundwork, meaning you can start quickly, and you do not need a huge social media following for this to work. You can start at absolute zero like I did in 2016. Now, I mentioned I'm not going to make you learn 1,000 new things. You don't really even have to take notes, because somewhere around this video, it depends on where you're watching it, there's going to be a link. You can actually download these slides for free. So go ahead and click on that link. You can get the slides for free. That way you can reference them later on down the road if you want. If there's something that you need to refresh in your mind about this presentation, it'll be nice to have these slides. So make sure you get a copy of these. But don't just rely on the slides, because I'm going to add a lot of extra details in this presentation. Okay, here's what a lot of people, I guess, kind of get nervous about. They're like, okay, this isn't going to work for me because, right? But what I'm going to show you in this video is going to work for you. If you have an existing business that you want to grow faster, maybe you need more traffic, maybe you need to increase conversions, this will work for you if you want to make money online. Okay, if you're making a little and you want to make more, or if you're making none and you want to make some, or if you're making some but you want to make a lot, this method will work for you. It will work if you have a plan for your business but aren't quite sure where to begin. I'm going to simplify that for you. I'm going to break it down really into 3 steps. But this presentation, it's also going to work for you when I'm going to teach you if you have an existing product or if you have no idea, no product, and if you feel completely lost. Like, as long as you have the will to succeed, this presentation is the roadmap that you have been looking for. So I need you to commit to watching this entire video right now. Okay, are you with us? Cool. Let's get into it here. Enough of the hype, right? let's get in. Let's learn, right? Excuse me. All right. So first things first is you have to remember this number 1 rule. This is imperative, super important. You are not in the business you are in. You are in the business of marketing the business that you are in. All right. Doesn't matter how great your product is. If you don't market it, nobody's going to buy it. Once you understand that no matter what business you're in, really what you are at your heart, you are a marketer. So this slide right here, this shows you some of the different ways that I earn money online and that I have earned money online. On the top left, affiliate commissions with Shopify. I'm going to talk about how I've earned over $200,000 using the Shopify affiliate program. I'm going to show you that specific example in this presentation, but I'm also going to show you how you can apply that to really any sort of software out there. It doesn't even have to be software. It can be a number of different things. And you're going to see how that formula works. Below that was a $22,000 check I got for a joint venture because once, guys, you build the brand, then people want to work with you. They're willing to pay for access to your audience. Below that is some ClickBank commissions. I don't really promote ClickBank anymore, but this will work if you want to do ClickBank. In the middle is my Stripe dashboard for my first course that I sold. I didn't even really know what I was doing. I didn't have like a webinar. I wasn't running ads. I just put together the best course that I could at the time, and I would say $32,000 in revenue from that, just a couple of short months. Below that is $1,000 commissions with some other affiliate programs, JV Zoo partnerships with software. Top right is ClickFunnels. This is a newer program for me. It's starting to scale up. I'm starting to make good money promoting ClickFunnels, and below that is the copy of my first invoice from my first client back in 2017, a few months after I started this. That was the first time I ever took payment from a client. That was a $1,000 payment to Madcam Publishing, which is my business here. So the point of showing you this is not to brag, obviously. It's not to say, hey, look at me. It's to show you that no matter what you want to do, if you want to do affiliate marketing, if you want to sell courses, if you want to be a coach, if you want to take on clients, if you want to find more clients, whatever it is that you want to do, what I'm going to show you in this presentation will work for you. And it's easier than you think. I already mentioned you don't need a big following. You don't need paid advertising. Paid advertising is getting really expensive. What I'm going to show you actually works way better than paid advertising. And you don't even need a product. If you have one, that's great. But once again, I love the affiliate marketing model. With affiliate marketing, you simply partner with other people. You promote their product. You leverage all their systems and sales processes. You just have to refer traffic and earn the commissions. Now, one last thing before we go forward. This is not for you if you're one of those people who want to win the online lottery. Like, if you want to just like spend $5 on a Facebook ad and then all of a sudden start generating passive income beyond your wildest dreams, if you're still thinking that's possible, then you need to leave this video, because I need to work with people who realize, okay, it's not going to be that easy. If you just want to get rich without building a business, that's just simply not going to work. So I can't get through to you if that's the mentality you have. If you still think you can really game the system in 2020, okay, this is not 2009 anymore. You can't just game the system, okay, except to go out there and build something, create value, build a business. And if you can't focus for more than 5 minutes, then this just isn't. It's not that you're a bad person. It's just you're not ready for this yet. And I completely understand. I just don't want to waste your time if you're kind of still in that mindset. But if you're ready to actually like buckle down and do what works, then let's move on. And here's what you need to remember. Some of this might seem a little bit difficult. Some of this might seem like it's going to take work. But what you have to remember, if you cross the barrier, okay, right? I talked about the barrier earlier. If you do what seems easy, then everybody's trying to do it, which means it's not going to work. But if you just take a couple steps further and you cross that barrier to entry, your business can take off faster than you might imagine. So just my backstory, maybe you can relate. I started in 2012. The first 4 years, I was trying to learn everything. Back in 2012, it was October 12th of 2012. I remember specifically. It was 2 days after my wife's birthday that year. And I started, like most people do, I Googled, how to make $100 online or $100 a day online. And really my ultimate goal was to make $20 a day online passively so I could pay some bills. And I did that for 4 years and I saw a little bit of success, but I just couldn't scale. And it started to feel like I had 2 jobs. Then in 2016, as I mentioned, I simplified everything. And that's why I put together this presentation for you. And that's the reason I talk about what I talk about. I don't want you to waste the next 4 years of your life trying to learn a bunch of stuff. And I also don't want you to wonder if you are spending your time wisely. What we're striving for here is 100% certainty. Okay? Let's discover what you need to know and what you do not need to be successful, okay? So here's need number 1, secret number 1, if you will. If you want to have a good business online, you need an epic lead magnet. And I'm going to talk about this in detail that you completely understand what you need to have a successful business. But you know what a lead magnet is. A lead magnet is something you give away for free in order to attract emails so you can follow up with people. So there's 4 reasons you need a good lead magnet. And we're not talking about a free ebook that's slapped together in 2 minutes, okay? You need a good lead magnet because, first of all, you have to get people to want it because you have to capture for control. Okay, there are so many distractions on the internet that if you don't capture the email or capture the intention and control that traffic and have the ability to reach out to the people who you are trying to sell or trying to convert, then you're going to lose them. So you need something of value that's highly desirable. So people are like, heck yeah, I have to have it. Then you can control that traffic. Okay. If you don't have an epic lead magnet yet, nothing else really matters. Okay. So this lead magnet, you provide massive perceived value. And I say perceived value because it has to look valuable. It doesn't have to take you 100 years to create. It can be created in a day. It can be created in 10 minutes. It just has to have that perceived value so that people get to know you, like you, and trust you. But the other thing a good lead magnet does, okay, and this is super important because of the distraction element that's online, a good lead magnet must establish your system, okay? This is why so many people give up because they never build out a system, like especially with affiliate marketers. They'll go out there and they'll create content and then they'll just refer to an affiliate product and wonder why they're not making sales or getting the conversions or why they're not making the big money like other affiliates do, right? This is so common. You need to set up the system, and the lead magnet is what establishes the system. It sets the tone for the whole business. And the other thing that's really important is a good lead magnet sells your first product. I mentioned you can't just slap together a PDF to collect emails. If you do that, you are going to lose people in the inbox. They're not going to remember who you are. They're not going to open your emails. They're not going to start building or gaining the trust of you, or they're not going to start to trust you. So you're never going to get the conversion. So a good lead magnet has to provide value, but it also has to sell or pre-sell the eventual offer. And then this is what provides the consistent income stream that you're looking for. Okay. Let's talk about 4 lead magnet examples here. So a lead magnet could be something like this. It could be a presentation. It could be a training. If I give you 45 minutes of value and at the end of this presentation, you have more clarity than you've had in months, would you buy something from me to learn more? Probably, right? Like you start to see this as the answer or the solution. Would you be willing to spend or invest more to get more? Yeah. So I already told you there's not going to be a pitch in this, but if I had a course to pitch at the end of this, would you be more likely to buy it if I blew your mind and brought you ultimate clarity than if I just gave you a checklist, right? Yeah, of course. The more I teach you, the more you realize I can help you, the more likely you are to buy more from me. So this works with coaching, course sales, consulting, agencies, all kinds of stuff. But you can also it doesn't have to be something that you offer. It doesn't have to be a service or a course that you create. You can do this with an affiliate product. And I've done this twice with ClickFunnels and Shopify, two different pieces of software that other people have created. I have just joined them as an affiliate, and I get a unique link, and then I can promote their products. And when someone buys their products, I earn the commission. And once again, you don't have to do it with ClickFunnels or Shopify, but these are just two examples of programs that I've worked with. And I've done it the same way with both of them. A simple 2-step process, all right? So here's how I promote ClickFunnels. One way I promote ClickFunnels. I have a step 1 and step 2. On the left-hand side, this is step 1. This is fast affiliate funnels. This is the homepage. Step 1 is I send traffic to the homepage. When they get to the homepage, there's a short video that talks about the affiliate marketing opportunity. After they watch this video, they're excited. They want to become an affiliate marketer. Then they're going to go ahead and click the yellow button that's below that video on the homepage. What that's going to do is then prompt them to create their free account, which gives them the access to the dashboard, which is step 2 on the right-hand side here. This allows me to collect their email so I can follow up with them. But then what I'm offering them is these funnels. Okay, what these are done for you affiliate marketing funnels for different programs. So the hard part of affiliate marketing is actually creating the lead magnet, right? Because that's what takes the time. I have created these epic lead magnets in the form of courses that educate people so that they have no choice. It only makes sense for them to purchase the product that I'm promoting. And I know that might sound kind of confusing right now, but the bottom line is this. Up here on the left-hand side of the right-hand side, okay, you're going to see the menu. And then on the top there, you're going to see a blue button and a red button, right? Those are free trials to ClickFunnels and GetResponse. So in order to copy my affiliate marketing systems that I give you, you need ClickFunnels and GetResponse. So I'm giving you a tremendous amount of value by doing the hard work for you. But in order to use it, you have to go purchase ClickFunnels and GetResponse. And of course, those two buttons have my affiliate links in there. So when you go on to purchase ClickFunnels and GetResponse, I earn an affiliate commission. The good news is for me is I earn the commission. The good news for you is you can import my affiliate marketing funnels with one click and you're ready to start earning commissions, right? It's a win-win situation. I did the same thing with Shopify, guys. And if any of this is confusing, don't get too hung up on this part, because really this is just talking about the needs, the framework for any business. And I'm just giving specific examples of the ways I do it with affiliate marketing. So step 1 and step 2 for the Shopify program. Once again, this is the affiliate program that I've made well over $200,000 with. So step 1 is the homepage. It's a free Shopify course. And on that homepage, I say, learn how to launch your own Shopify store in as little as 2 hours, right? Without paying big bucks to some guru. Well, that red button right there prompts them to create their free account. When they create their free account, I collect their email so I can follow up with them, and I send them over to this course dashboard. The purple buttons over there, those are drop-down menus that reveal lessons that show people step-by-step how to launch their Shopify course. I'm giving this away for free. All the other gurus are out there trying to sell their courses. I'm giving away this information for free. And once you know it, that green button that's on the page here, that's a 14-day free trial to Shopify, and that includes my affiliate link. So once again, I am educating and empowering people to make a positive change in their life by launching their e-commerce store. I'm doing it for free, but that in order for them to do that, they have to purchase the product that I'm promoting, which is Shopify. Okay, that simple. I mentioned that creating the lead magnet is the hard part, guys. But you can see once you do this once, you are set. You see, this is an investment in your business. You only have to create your epic lead magnet once, and then you can use it to drive leads and sales for years to come. That's the key. The more value you create in that lead magnet, the more attractive your offer, the easier it is going to be to get more email lists or emails on your list, and the easier it is going to be to get those emails and those people to convert into commissions. Because here's the bottom line. Here's the big takeaway, and then we'll get into more needs. People don't give a shit about you. Doesn't matter. They don't care. They only care about what you can do for them. So that lead magnet better be a tremendous piece of cheese that empowers or educates them to make a positive change in their life. Okay. Need number 2. You need to make the correct content. I mentioned that you don't have to run ads, and the method that I use actually works better. Well, what I do is I create content and then I mention the lead magnet. Okay. That's how you generate passive income, guys. And the thing is most people, they create the wrong content. They go out there and they just start slapping up videos, or they focus on getting more likes or more views or more hearts or whatever it is. But you have to create the correct content in order for this to work. Okay. Let's talk about why it's so important to create the correct content. So what you want to do is you want to focus on efficiency. I don't know about you, but me personally, I don't have a content team and I want a life. Okay, what that means is I don't want to create content 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't want to go live every Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. I don't want to do those things. I want to be efficient. I want to magnetically attract my ideal customer with evergreen content. That way I can generate leads for my business, for my lead magnet that convert into sales 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The other thing I want to do with my content, okay, not only create the correct content that magnetically attracts the ideal customer, I want to establish my expertise in our niche. Okay, that's what you want to do. You want to establish your expertise. Okay, that way you're seen as an authority, and there's a very specific way that you can do that without creating a bunch of content, as long as you're creating the right content. And once again, even if you're not an expert at something, you can become an expert on the affiliate product that you're promoting. When you do this, quality prospects come and are attracted to our lead magnet automatically. That's how you set up a system that generates passive income and a steady stream of leads, customers, and sales. And when you do this, guys, here's the other reason that it's so important to create content versus paid advertising. When you create content, okay, when you build out a YouTube channel, when you build out a Facebook group, when you grow your following, you create your content moat. Okay? You create this moat, this protection of content that gives you an unbelievable advantage over your competition. You then create the barrier that people cannot cross. That's where the value of the brand comes into play. Then you simply find other products for your audience to buy if you want to increase the lifetime value of your customers, okay? So after you do that, you can dramatically also increase the return on your ad spend when we do run advertising campaigns. Now you're saying to yourself, wait a second, Brian, I thought you said you didn't need to run ads, and you don't need to run ads. But if you do want to run ads to scale, when you create the content first, you can crush the competition because you can get ads in front of your ideal customers for so much cheaper. I'll talk about that in just a second. I'll get into more specifics in just a second. But let's talk about what correct content is really quickly. What I like to say is you like to start by playing 20 questions. Think about the 20 questions that people are most likely to ask, and not just people, but your ideal customers. Think about the questions that your ideal prospect will ask right before they are likely to buy your product or your service or your offer or whatever it is. Okay. Then what you do is you answer those questions individually in videoed format, and you start distributing those videos. Put them in a Facebook group, put them on YouTube. And then just make sure that in those videos, you don't forget your call to action. The call to action is really important. A lot of people forget this. Here's the fact of the matter, guys. Subscribers, views, you don't get paid for those. You get paid when people buy. You get paid when people take action. We need buyers. Okay, so I talked about how you can dramatically increase the return on your ad spend if you do want to scale up with paid advertising after you create content. Here's how that works. For instance, if we're creating content on YouTube, we can actually retarget video views on YouTube. So what I can do is I can go into my Google Ads account and I can create an audience of people who have viewed any videos from my channel. Then I can serve ads to people who are in that audience. And what this means is not only am I targeting people who already found me organically, and I already know that they are interested in what I'm offering because I created the correct content that answered the questions that they had right before they were about to buy. Chances are, if they found me and I helped them, they already know me, like me, and trust me. So the conversions are going to be a lot greater than if I'm advertising to cold traffic. Okay. This can also be done with Facebook. If you put your videos on Facebook, you can advertise to people who've watched, say, 50% of your video on Facebook. Then once again, you already know they're interested in what you're selling because they watched half of your video. Plus, they probably already know you, like you, and trust you because you helped them. Okay. Really what this means, when you break it down to the core, guys, is you are only one piece of content away from changing your life forever. If you get one video that goes viral, you are set. You just built yourself an entire list of buyers that you can speak to for eternity for a fraction of the cost of advertising to cold traffic. Okay. All right. That's a lot. Let's go. We got one more need. Let's power right through this here. And then we're going to talk about some reasons why, even though I'm giving you the formula, it might not work for you. Okay. But first, let's talk about need number 3, and you need a content strategy, right? You can't just go out there and create a bunch of content for the sake of creating content and then hope to be successful. You have to do it in a very strategic and very specific way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my one-page business plan right here, okay? Let's do it. I'm going to build out my entire business plan on this one page. And once you see this, you're going to completely understand what you need to do. Hold on a second. Let me take another sip of my green drink. All right, cool. So my one-page business plan, strategic content drives results. We'll build an evergreen traffic machine, whatever you want to call it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start down here at the bottom with the money, because that's what everyone wants, right? That's the ultimate goal. Start with the end in mind. That's such a key concept that applies to so many different scenarios. But start with the end of the mind, right? We want to make money. Money can come from a number of things. We can sell physical products. We can sell digital products like courses. We can sell affiliate products. We can sell services like an agency or coaching. Doesn't matter. Okay. Whatever, we sell something or we refer buyers to an affiliate product. That's how we earn money. Well, the way we actually refer people to those products or services is by what I call producing A content. And that's what I'm going to show you in this slide. It's going to be my ABC content funnel strategy. So A content is something like a webinar. I already dogged PDFs or ebooks a little bit earlier in this presentation, but if they're really, really good, they can work. A free training like this, for instance, is a great example of a free training. I am using Frank Kern's oldest trick in the book. I'm showing you I can help you by actually helping you, right? Or a free trial if you have a software that can work in some instances as well. If you have a membership community, you can offer a free trial. Basically something of value that people want, that they're going to give you their email for. That way you can follow up with them. They're going to go in there. They're going to start digesting this information. And then hopefully at some point they're going to say, cool, I want more. And that's what sells the product, right? Well, we get people into our email lists and viewing our A content by B content. But B content, the key to B content is not just traffic, okay? Because traffic itself is pretty much worthless. What we want is targeted traffic. Now, there's 2 great places to get targeted traffic. They're the undisputed kings of organic traffic. Nothing else comes close. So at the very least, you should choose one of these 2 traffic sources I am going to mention, and this is going to be the hub. This is where you're going to focus on growing. And they are Facebook groups and YouTube. Okay, and I call these B content. There's no better way to drive targeted organic traffic than a YouTube channel or by creating your own Facebook group. Now, where most people get frustrated is not by actually creating the content and nurturing the group, because that's actually fun to do. I love creating YouTube videos. I love interacting in my Facebook group. Where people get frustrated is when they're putting in that effort and there's no subscribers to watch their videos or there's no members to interact in their group. That's what's frustrating. So the way we overcome that is not by, putting our heads down and grinding out more content and hoping for the best, right? It's not a build it and you will come, or build it and they will come situation. What you have to do is you have to seed your B content. You have to jumpstart your B content, because if you create B content and there's an audience to receive it, well, then your B content is likely to grow because the platforms, the YouTubes, the Facebooks, they know who are going to be interested in your content, so they can use their algorithms to suggest your content to more like-minded people, right? The way we do that is with C content. And C content is a number of things. C content is basically pockets of targeted traffic that we can access. We can't necessarily sell to, but we can use to bring into our value, which is free, which is our B content. And these are things like other Facebook groups, Quora, question and answer site, Quora.com is a great place to get in front of targeted traffic. Podcasts, but not your podcast, other people's podcasts. Find people who have podcasts that have an audience that could be of value to you, that might be interested in your product. Go on their podcast. They always need content. And at the end, say something like, hey, if you want to learn more, come join my free Facebook group, right? Instagram, you can build an Instagram following. You can use Instagram stories to bring people into your Facebook group, so you can kind of capture more of that ability to access them, and then, increase your overall growth rate exponentially as your group starts to grow. Reddit is another place. If done carefully, Reddit is another place you can go into subreddits and seed your YouTube channels. Okay. So that's the ABC content funnel. The cool thing about this is, like, say you focus on either YouTube or growing a Facebook group. Once one starts to get traction, you can use it to cross promote the other. So once you get one going, you can promote the other one. And then it's kind of like you're the rich getting richer type thing, right? That's a great thing. So guys, I've literally given you everything that you need to know about having a successful business. And in just a second here, we're going to talk about reasons why you might fail, even though you know all this information. But first, let's just recap what I shared with you really quickly, because I know I talk fast. I get it. So remember, you can get these slides if you haven't already done so. Somewhere around this video is a link, to get the slides. All right, need number one, I showed you have to have an epic lead magnet that can bring in an unlimited number of high quality leads for free, and then effortlessly convert those leads into sales or affiliate commissions automatically. That is the investment. That is the conversion cycle, as I call it. You need that epic lead magnet to not only bring people in, but to convert the sale. Need number two, I showed you why you need to be creating content on YouTube and Facebook, and you need to be efficient and focused with your efforts. You have to attract the right people. Matter of fact, you should be kind of repelling everybody else, only getting the right people. And if you do, this is going to not only drive a free targeted traffic to your offers, but it's going to create your content moat that gives you the security that you want. And in need number three, I showed you the main platforms you need to focus on: the YouTube, the Facebook groups, and how your traffic should flow, right? You shouldn't go into Quora.com and start spamming your lead magnet links, just like you shouldn't go to other Facebook groups and start spamming your offers, right? I showed you the traffic flow in the ABC content funnel. So let's talk about 4 reasons why this might not work for you. Okay, you're going to leave this presentation. You probably have a ton of clarity right now, but eventually you're going to see something shiny, a new opportunity, a automated traffic blaster software that'll guarantee you unlimited traffic in 24 hours or less, right? You're going to see something shiny and that's going to grab your attention, or you won't execute the steps properly. Like if you just kind of skip one of the things, everything else can kind of fall apart. Consistency is a big one. A lot of times you get really gung-ho and you do something for a week and a half or 2 weeks, and then you start fizzling out. Well, if you don't stay consistent and you don't show up consistently, how do you expect customers to show up for you? Just not going to happen. The other thing that can happen is there are a bunch of details that can trip you up along the way. So what happens next? So when things start to go south, or you start to lose consistency, or you don't trust the process, you start to deviate from the plan and you start looking for quick trick solutions again, right? The traffic blaster software, the automated store, the, hey, we'll build this done for you system, and you get suckered by some guru selling you the magic pill. Well, what that does is not only takes your money that you invested and wastes the time going forward, but it destroys all the hard work that you've put in. It kills all your momentum that you had started to accumulate, and you're back at square one or even worse. Here's what you have to remember. The results only come after the hard work is done. So if you put in some hard work and then go after the shiny object, then you just killed all your efforts. Who knows how close you were to actually seeing results? So what's the solution? You need a simplified plan. That way you can continue to focus on going in the straightest path as possible. Guys, I said there was no sales pitch. There is no sales pitch. This is the entire sales pitch. Guys, if you want to work with me, if you want me to coach you one-on-one, just send me an email. Okay? brianbrewer@madcampublishing.com. That's it. That's my sales pitch. I only take on like one client a week, usually like 3, maybe 4 or 5 a month at the maximum. There's obviously an investment, but it's so worth it to have the certainty, the clarity, the focus, and really the accountability, and just kind of the place to turn when you don't know what to do. And that's what I offer you. But first, let's talk about why it's so important to have a mentor. So on the left-hand side is the beginning. On the right-hand side of this line is the ultimate goal. This is whatever it is that we want to achieve, right? Like we want to build a business that makes $5,000 a month, let's say. Okay, that's the goal. Where are we starting at? We're starting at 0. Okay. This green line on the bottom, that represents the straightest path. You start and then achieve your goals. However, it's never going to be like that, because the key to success is not having the best plan. It's about adjusting to what happens and getting back on track. So the thing is it's great to have a coach from the beginning, because let's say you start off and you're doing 98% of things right in the beginning, but you're doing 2% of the things wrong. Well, if you turn to your coach in the beginning and you talk to them and you figure out what those 2% of the things that you're doing wrong are, and you correct that right away, then it's easy to get back on track. But the further on down the road you go with that 2% deviation, the bigger the gap gets. So the longer you go after a system or a strategy without a coach to bring those constant course corrections, okay, the bigger the course correction gets. Like if you were standing on Earth and you wanted to shoot a rocket to the moon, if you were 1 degree off in the very beginning, how much are you going to miss the moon by? A whole bunch, right? But here's the thing. Rockets are only on track a fraction of the time. What they do is they have supercomputers that are giving them constant course corrections, so they ultimately hit the target, which in this case is the moon. That coach, okay, when you hire a mentor, that's the supercomputer giving you the constant course corrections, okay? So you hit your target. Let's look at it another way. Okay, see this big door right here? This is the door that is the gate to the dream life that you live. All you have to do is open this big, heavy, secure door, right? If you can open this big, heavy, secure door, then you can walk through the doorway, and on the other side of that door is everything you dreamed of. It's the successful business, it's the passive income, it's the security, it's the freedom, it's the weight lifted off your shoulders, it's the bit of relief, right? The problem is that's a big, big, heavy door. That's a big, massive move. That's why so many people have a hard time getting to the other side, getting through that doorway to achieving their goals, because that's a big, secure door. Once again, I told you, you want to cross over the barrier. But the problem is that barrier is a big door. But here's the thing. This big, heavy door, it moves on these 3 tiny hinges. So if instead of just trying to brute force that door open, you just apply the right amount of leverage on those tiny hinges, that big secure door will swing right open. You walk right through. And that's what a coach and mentor can do for you. So once again, guys, I hope you enjoyed this presentation. If you want to work with me one-on-one, just reach out, brianbrewer@madcampublishing.com. Learn more. Once again, there is an investment, but you got to think to yourself, like, you're going to pay for your education one way or another. There's so much time that's going to be invested pulling on that big door. What is it worth to you to actually apply the right force, right? To make those tiny course corrections, to purchase that supercomputer that's going to keep bringing you back on track as fast as possible. That way you achieve your goal, you hit the moon, and you do it in as least amount of time as possible, the least amount of frustration as possible. And bottom line is, guys, like, it's pretty hands-on. I work with you on a series of video calls, and I keep an open Trello board for us. And it's pretty intense up front, and which is a good thing. And we talk a lot for like 60 days or so, usually is what it ends up taking. But here's the deal. I always keep an open line of communication with all former clients. That way we're there for you. You know what I mean? And And, if it makes sense, then I'll introduce you to my network. I'll bring you on the channel. I introduce your brand to the right people, and things will be good. But either way, once again, I hope you found value in this presentation. Don't forget to grab the slides. That way you can refer back to this. And we'll see you all very soon. Have a great day. Bye.